Good morning, everyone. This is Linda. It is a beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning. Yeah, it's so windy out here. But listen, let's get on with the video. Let's see if y'all can see this. There it is. So this is a tomato I'm dropping today also, but I want to drop a lot of my flowers. Let me share how I'm gonna do this here today. So let me see, can I get this camera down? So this is how I sow many of the wildflowers. Seeds that I just want them to grow out in the wild part of my garden. So now I'm just taking lots of packs of seeds and put it in the soil. There is milkweed, there is marigolds, there is cosmos, poppy seeds, alyssums, you just name it, and all of these seeds are going in here. I even have some moonflowers. I'm just putting at least 20 packs of seeds in here. Now, this is only the first batch of seeds that I'm going to put out in the wild part of the garden. I like lots of seeds. So if you want to attract many beneficial insects, butterflies, hummingbirds, there is two colors that they truly love, and those two colors will attract them. And this is why you don't see a lot of my decor in my garden. It's not purple, even though I love purple, but purple is not one of those colors. The true colors to attract all of these wonderful insects and beneficials is yellow and red. So there they are, all there. And now I'm just gonna mix it all up in my soil, and I am just gonna throw them over in the wild part of the garden. All right, y'all, I'm gonna bring y'all with me. Let's go. Over here, Ben has put the soil in that little raised bed right there. Thank you, Ben. I appreciate it. All right. So this is the area, so this part of my garden is the wild part of the garden over here. I'm going to drop all of this soil in this area right here. This is where all of this is gonna go. All back here, all on the side over there. And I have this here. This was in one of my other beds, and I just took it up and brought it back here. There is a lot of seeds in here that is just going to, they're gonna come up automatically all by themselves, and they're gonna work out. But anyway, I'm gonna do this. Wait a minute here. So I'm gonna clean out this little brick. Make sure ain't nothing living in here. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna put that there. Get all that out. Now listen, y'all, that's not too many things I'm afraid of in my garden. And I don't think the word afraid is the word. There is some things I have deep respect for. So one of the things I have deep respect for is, what you think, Ben? What you think I have deep respect for an insect that I would see out here, or animal? A snake, right? So I have deep respect for a snake. Now there's another animal that I have deep respect for, because I just don't like them, y'all. No. Oh man, I get a stick on them. You don't know? It's not a possum. It's not a lizard. It's a frog. I am not a fan of a frog, y'all. They just make my skin crawl. I do not like frogs. Oh my God, I don't like frogs. I don't like to look at them. I don't like their sound. I don't like frogs. So, here we go. This is all of my seeds and soil, baby. That's what that is. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some more soil from over there where Ben is. Where Ben making that bed really, really cute. And as you can see, I'm just throwing them out here. That's all. We just throwing seeds and soil, baby. Seeds and soil. What? Where I want it at. Right here. Just here, just fill up this bucket. Because I don't need a lot, Ben. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So, just like that.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see
what, Ben?
Where I shouldn't go.
Well, Ben, do not come past this tree here. See them bricks? That's your stop line, my little brother. That say, Ben, don't cut that. Linda gonna be mad as hell if you do that. Yeah, okay? That's it. So I'm just throwing this soil out, and I'm gonna water all of these seeds in. That's what we're gonna do. Now this right here, this is wild onion. It just grows in my garden. You can see it's a lot of it. See that flower? That's wild onion flower. All of that back there is wild onion. And it just grows in my garden. So let me see her name, the young lady, Drill, baby. She received some seeds, and one of them were plantains. So she didn't know if it was the plant, like bananas, or what. So let me just tell you about plantain. Plantains also is a plant, and it is also called wild spinach. Wild spinach. But plantains that grows wildly in my garden, it grows wildly here in my backyard. Jody have the most beautiful plantain plants that grows wild in her garden. But plantains that grows wild, they look like spinach. They're also good for medicinal purpose. Many people make salves with that plantain. So please, baby, I want you to Google, just put in there wild spinach, a plantain plant. So, and you will get that plant, okay? But if I was gonna go to Jody's house, I would share it with you all, but I'll do it another time. But it is a wild spinach. So it says that if you're ever, in the wild and you don't have anything to eat, and if you see plantains growing, baby, God has smiled on you because you got something to eat, and it's really good for you, and it's really good. So that is the plantain plant. Yeah. Anyway, guys, that's that. I've thrown all my seeds. Now I'm going to water them in, and we're going to watch them grow. I'm excited. All right, so let me see if I can get this thing. This is the weak arm, y'all. But I'm gonna get it together. Let's see. That's it's my Black Mission fig. All right, there we go. When you're doing things and you feel like you're handicapped, right? But I'ma just keep on going, y'all. I'ma just keep on going. But you know, I got a little help. Ben helps me a lot. He really do. He really do. I just call him. I call him with a list. Ben, this is what I need you to do today. And then I say, don't let the sun go down on you, bruh. Don't let the sun go down on you before you get this done on this list. He do it. He really do. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. So I'm blessed to have him. So now I'm going to get all of, it has a lot of weeds in some of my pots right here. But I'm going to get them out. All right. I think that's good enough for them. Yeah, let's see. If I can turn her off now. All right, there we go. All right, let me share the little bed that Ben put together this morning. But he did that today. There it is. And of course, this is going to be for the melons. And we're going to put some garden fabric down all over here so I don't have that problem like I had last year, walking in all those weeds. Because, yeah, I found my first snake last year in my garden, and no, we ain't gonna do that. So I have more cardboard boxes, and I have about 4 rows of garden fabric, and I'm gonna lay it all down. Well, Ben is. We gonna do it together. And so I don't have that problem. So anyway, there it is. Growing out the box. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. This will be for the melons, cantaloupes, all of those things that run and want to sprawl out everywhere. This is the bed for that. All right. So let me get this soil out. I'm sorry, these weeds out of this bed. And everyone, all of my trees, every tree that I have, I am making some super juice for them all. So about Saturday, it should be nice and fertilized and marinated long enough. And I have plantain leaves in it. I have some of the flowers of the plantain is in that super juice. I have beans in there for phosphorus. I have molasses in there just to help them wake up. So if you wonder why I use molasses, now there is a scientific reason that many people use molasses. So I use molasses every now and then in my garden, right? I don't use it all the time, but every now and then when I see my plants need it, this is when I give it to them. So what happens to my plants when I think they need molasses? So check this out. Children, when children eat candy or sweets, they are all over the place. They just get to moving, just into everything, right? So this is my thought of giving my plants molasses. So when my plants is alive, she's green, she's beautiful, but every day I go out and I look at her, she look the same. She don't look like she's growing, and she's definitely not dying. So yeah, what I do, I give her a little molasses, and that's to, get some energy in this girl. And the next thing you know, my plants begin to grow. And that is why I use molasses. Now, I know Growing Out the Box uses molasses, and I know he probably have the scientific reason. Him and Turf, right? I don't have a scientific reason. That's the reason why I use it, right? Now, I haven't always use molasses in my garden when I was a child and so on. No, I didn't do that. But in my early stages of this garden on this YouTube channel, and I'm talking about back 5-6 years ago, that is when I discovered molasses. Now, I know a lot of people use blackstrap molasses, but I just go to the grocery store and I just buy some Mama's molasses, or the molasses that I grew up with. It's called Stein or Steen. It's in a yellow can like that right there. And that's what I've used. I started using my own when I made my first batch of sugarcane syrup or molasses. So I called it sugarcane syrup when I first did it. But when my son tasted, he said, "Mama, this is straight up molasses." And when you take the top off of my molasses, it's that smell. It's just amazing with my sugarcane. What happens when you cook that sugarcane down and it turns to this thick, rich, dark, sweet stuff, sticky sweet stuff. Oh my God. But anyway, so now I use my own. All right, guys, let me get up out of here. I thank you all for hanging out with me. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Okay?